How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. With the NBA Finals now over, the rumors around the NBA will only become more prevalent, and today, the rumor has the Lakers reportedly being interested in both Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook. In this video, we'll talk about both rumors, if they could really happen, and how this would affect the Laker team moving forward. To begin, Chris Paul was only eliminated from the NBA Finals not even 24 hours ago, yet there is already speculation on his future. He could potentially become a free agent due to having a player option in his contract, but there really is little doubt that he won't return to the team that he just made to the NBA Finals with. Regardless, the Lakers would not be a team that could sign him in free agency anyways. Because the only way that the Lakers could sign Chris Paul would be if he would take a huge discount with the mid-level exception, and we all know that is not happening. Otherwise, the only other way it could happen would be through a sign and trade or a regular trade if he were to opt into his contract, and the likelihood of that is not very high either. In order for a trade to happen, Chris Paul would have to outright demand one to the Lakers in particular, and he would need to do that because the Lakers don't really have anything to offer in a trade that the Suns would want. They are clearly a team that has the talent to compete in the playoffs, and the Lakers don't have much to offer them that would help. None of Kyle Kuzma, Taylor Horton-Tucker, or any draft picks that they have would help make the Suns a better playoff contender without Chris Paul. So again, if Chris Paul would not outright demand a trade to the Lakers, it would be very difficult to see a trade happening. I mean, I understand why the Lakers would be interested in trading for him, given that he is a difference-making playmaker and would probably be a good fit with LeBron and Anthony Davis, but if they wanted to trade for him, they should have done it last year. He would have been much more easily acquired in a trade from the Thunder compared to making a trade right now with the Suns, who again, just came off of an NBA Finals run. I do not see Chris Paul wanting to leave them after having a great year and finally making it to the NBA Finals. If we're being honest here, it is wishful thinking to believe that the Lakers will be able to trade for Chris Paul during the offseason. And then, even if they were able to trade for him, they would be putting all of their chips on the table for a 1 or maybe 2 year push for a championship. Both LeBron and CP3 are at the tail end of their careers and both have a very short championship window left. They would also be taking a big risk in believing all three of LeBron, AD, and CP3 would be able to stay healthy throughout an entire year. To me, I think the idea of trading for Chris Paul is an afterthought at this point, and rather, they should look for a younger and more easy player to acquire through a trade. But now, moving on to briefly touching on the rumored trade interest in Russell Westbrook. If I had to pick between the Lakers trading for Chris Paul or Westbrook, I would pick CP3 in a heartbeat. Don't get me wrong, I love watching Westbrook play, and I think he is one of the most unique players to ever have played in the NBA, but I do not think he would be a good trade target for the Lakers. Because not only would they have to give up a lot to get him, and to even match his contract in a trade for that point, but he would not be a good fit for their team anyway. We all know the Lakers need reliable three-point shooting and players who can play well off the ball to surround LeBron and Anthony Davis with, and that is the opposite of who Westbrook is. He puts up incredible numbers, but he needs to be a ball-dominant player to put those numbers up. He has had one of the highest usage rates in the NBA for years now, and that would not be able to continue if he played with LeBron and Anthony Davis. LeBron is a ball-dominant player as well, and neither he nor Westbrook are meant to play off the ball. It takes away from what they each do best on the court, and they would not be a good pairing. Again, I love him as a player, but not as a fit for the Laker team. In conclusion, while I would love to see a trio of LeBron, AD, and Chris Paul, I do not find it very likely to happen. They do not have anything that the Suns would want in a trade, and unless he would outright demand a trade to LA, it is highly doubtful that the Suns would trade him there. And then for Westbrook, while he is a high-profile point guard, I do not think he is one they should be targeting. In my opinion, he simply would not be a good fit with LeBron and Anthony Davis, and they could find much better players to trade for. That will do it for this video though. Thank you to everyone who took the time to watch until the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. And if you want to stay up to date on all my immediate thoughts, moves on the NBA, be sure to follow me on Twitter too. But as always, thank you for watching, and have a great day.